Illustrations by Pete.
Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to take that automatic drawing that I did and turn it into an abstract drawing, I guess, an abstract piece of art. And I had a lot of fun doing this. It was a little bit strange because there's already lines on the paper and I'm trying to make them make sense. And it, of course, an abstract drawing like this doesn't really make sense to begin with, but I'm trying to make it make sense for me and what I usually do and my style of drawing and that kind of thing. So it was very fun. I had a great time with it, and you'll see, I think I cut out a bunch of times when I was just kind of sitting there and figuring out what do I really want to do here. But I think I edited most of that out. Hopefully I did, so you don't have to worry about watching me just stare at the page. But it was fun. I had fun here. And my style of drawing abstract, I like to see a lot of contrast, a lot of dark space, a lot of dark space. You'll see that in this. I put a lot of dark space in here, but it was fun. And you put little details and things that you want to put in there and see how it goes. But I do, so there's a viewer, Maggie, who said sometimes it might be interesting, or something that they said they like to do is to first do the automatic drawing, then try and turn it into something after that. And I thought that was a neat idea, so that's where I decided to try this. And thank you very much, Maggie, because I really enjoyed it. It was a fun exercise. And I'll probably do some more like that. It's enjoyable. If you've never done that before, I recommend it. It's difficult because there's already lines on the paper. So you can either use those lines or not use it. Sometimes I use them, and sometimes I went completely around them. It just depends on what I was doing and how I wanted the flow to go. But they did inspire me. If I was stuck in a certain area, just follow a couple of those lines and then develop something out of them. It was actually easier to do that than to draw from just a blank page. So again, I recommend this. If you've never done it before, give it a try. Okay, so now I have an art question for you. Do you ever see those videos, or just anyone post art, and they have like a do or don't, or yes or no, and one of them looks really painterly and then the other one looks very realistic, and sometimes you can't even tell that it's a drawing or a painting. It just looks kind of almost like they put a picture on the other side, but it's something that they painted, and they say, yeah, do this, but don't do this, and it's the painterly one. I don't know about you, but I am always drawn to the more painterly ones. When someone says don't do this, I know that the advice is mostly for people that are doing realism. But when I see those videos, I tend to disagree with them all the time, because I enjoy something that looks painterly. I enjoy something, if they're doing a portrait and it just kind of, the colors kind of fade into each other. I enjoy that. I like that. Now, I'm not big on portraits, but when I do see anything like that, I tend to enjoy the more painterly or more abstract type of drawing or art. And I just don't, the realism stuff is amazing. It absolutely is amazing. It just doesn't resonate very much with me. It doesn't grab my attention. Let's put it that way. So I'd like to hear your opinion on that. When you see those types of things, what do you say to yourself? Do you say, oh yeah, okay, I like the one that looks a little bit more realistic? Or do you say, now wait a minute, that other one that you're saying don't do, I like a little bit more? That's where I fall. But I'd like to see where you fall on that. If you wouldn't mind, let me know in the comments below. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this whole process that I do here with drawing. And it doesn't matter if I'm recording it or not, but I'm going to use a recorded drawing as an example, just because it's a little bit more exaggerated in that instance. But my flow is that I just have to record the drawing. And this is how I look at all art. I basically have to just start doing something and then finish it. Now when it comes to recording, I just run through it quickly when I do my editing and make sure there's no blind spots or no spots where I'm just staring at the page and not doing anything, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I go blow my nose or something. But I just edit all that stuff out and just keep going. But I don't analyze what I'm actually doing. I don't go through and say, is this a nice drawing? Is this a good drawing? Because I'm a perfectionist. So if I do that while I'm drawing, I'll never finish anything. I'll just throw it away because it's not perfect, and nothing ever is. But that's how I like things to be right. And when they're not right, I feel like starting over. So I just power through it. Don't analyze it really much at all. Just do what I'm doing. And then when I'm done with it and it's completely done, and especially with videos, I will do the voiceover stuff. I'll make sure that there's no gaps in that. I'll make sure that that's edited at least partially nicely. I'm not really much of a talker. You wouldn't know that, but I'm not. And so I get all of that done, and then I upload the video, and then I will critique myself. So, and I do listen to it first to make sure that the audio is right, make sure things are okay. But if I sit there and try and pull it apart while I'm uploading, or right before I'm uploading, when I'm editing or something, I'll never upload anything. I'll never finish a drawing. It just won't happen. So I have to force myself to put it all up there, get it done, and then I'll go back and I'll critique it later. When you watch it is when I'll watch it and critique it. I usually do a schedule thing. That's another weird quirk that I have. I can't just put it up there and put it out immediately. I have to schedule it because I think in my mind I'm telling myself that it's not up yet. People are not seeing it yet. So if I think there's a mistake, I still have time to fix it, even though I don't. I don't fix it. I let it go up there if I don't like it. Well, not if there's a mistake, but if I don't like it, I still put it out there. And I'll let you guys decide if it's good enough to watch. That's really what it is. Some things will be and some things will not be, and I'll find that out with you. But if I just sit there and start picking it apart before anybody ever sees it, I'll probably pull it down and scrap it. And I don't want to do that. I want to push myself to make more and to do more. And I don't know if you're like that, but if you are, I would recommend you just set out to do something. Whatever it is, do it, finish it, and critique it later. Just finish it. Make it complete first. Then go back and critique it. There's always something you're going to find, I don't like this, or in the next drawing you fix it. I need to change this. Do it in the next one. And I think a drawing like this is a perfect place to try something. I've mentioned it in another video. I wanted to put... I am also a musician, and I do a little bit of recording here and there, just of riffs, tracks, atmosphere, that kind of thing. And I just wanted to put it in here, and hopefully you enjoy it. I think it goes with something a little bit strange like this. So I'm going to do that. It's not going to be very long. It's not going to be for a very long period of time. Just a few seconds of music, and that's what I'll do. So before I play, I just want you to know this was done with all guitar and effects. There were no synthesizers in here. So here it is. Well, it was about 15 years ago that I recorded that. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, it was only about a minute long, so hopefully it didn't freak you out and chase you away. But I just wanted to play that for you, and I'm thinking about doing something similar, just riffs, really, things that I'm going to do. I'm going to play a couple more clips in a different video, and I'll just do a little bit in each video, but maybe something that I can put something together to be like an hour-long playlist of music just to draw or paint to or something like that. I'd like to do something like that. I do love to write music. I am not very good, but I like to write it. So that's about all there is to it. And I will, let me get back to the drawing a little bit here. So like I said, I like to put a lot of dark space in these drawings, and you'll see just how much here. I always put these little orbs in there too that I put dots on and kind of stipple a little bit. I don't know why. I naturally do them, just like those things that look like they're hanging down. I always usually put those in. The thing that look like on the bottom of the page look like little teeth, I always put those things in. I don't know why. I naturally do it. It's something that I guess technically it could be considered my style, but it's just something I always put in there. So I'm sure if you pay attention to your own work, you'll find stuff that you always do for your stuff, and that's just the way it is. That's just a little bit of flavor of the artist that gets put into the art. Okay, so I'm going to share something a little bit personal with you. It has come to my attention that some people that I have known and probably haven't talked to for a very long time, did you ever hear from someone else that, hey, you know that, remember that person and you haven't seen them in a very long time, and they say, that person is upset with you because of something that you did to them or said to them or something they say you said to them. And I never know how to react to that, because usually I have no idea what anybody's talking about. Usually I like to resolve things and move on. So if someone just doesn't like me or is nasty to me or just treats me the wrong way, I just stop talking to them. It's not, I don't hold anything against them. I do not hold grudges. So it's not on my end, but sometimes I'll just stop talking to someone, and it just won't faze me. That person is out of my life, and that's it. But every once in a while, and well, it was a few years ago, it wasn't recently, but someone said, hey, you know that, remember that person? Yeah, would you like to talk to me? Sure, I would love to talk to that person again. I was friends with them before. I'd like to see how they're doing. And it was someone who was very, very close to me, someone who was in my very small circle of very, very close friends, consider them one of my best friends. And they said, this person's still mad at you for what you did to them. And I said, well, what'd I do to them? And they said, well, they don't, they don't talk about it. I can't tell you that. Well, then it really doesn't concern me. I can't. Some people can be mad at you because maybe they took something the wrong way. In this particular instance, and this is only a feeling, I really have no idea. It's just my best guess. It's not really a feeling, it's my best guess. And that is that they kept seeing this other person who was a mutual friend of ours, and someone else maybe had wronged them that they couldn't point towards that person. And I'll give you an example of when that may happen. And sometimes it may happen because, hey, look, this person wronged me, but I'm still friends with them, but you told me not to trust them, and I can't let you think that you're right, so I'll just say that someone else did it that I never see anymore, but and maybe that I think you never see anymore. But anyway, I just look, again, and I've said this in other videos, and I apologize for repeating myself, but I don't hold grudges. Really, the last time we met, that's the same way I feel about you, and I don't have a problem. If there was something that maybe we couldn't get along and we don't see eye to eye on something, it's not a problem. And if you make it a big deal, then we just don't ever talk again. But I don't really hold a grudge against you. I don't waste my time with that. And I hope you don't either. I hope you do not let that consume you and just hold on to that anger and constantly let it fester and just think something about someone constantly. It's going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt them for you to hold on to that. So I encourage you not to hold on to that. Well, that was about it for that subject. I just wanted to bring that up because I don't want anybody, I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a waste of your life to hold on to things like that. So we're about at the end of this video. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of it. This was really a fun exercise. I highly recommend you do this. It's just really fun practice. And I'm releasing these out of order because that other drawing on the left will be another video entirely, but it'll be after this one. Here's a couple more videos you might enjoy watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.